Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Carpo's Hustle Culture. Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey, rise and grind up and at 'em. Let's go get 'em. Let's be heroes of the day, and let's go out and challenge ourselves and do something greater every moment. Never stop. You get your cold brew coffee, make sure that you're constantly tweaked and that, at every corner you're not wasting a single moment of your life. Don't be a beta. Be an alpha male. Roar. Yeah, feeling like myself again. All right. So I'm sitting here making my bi-weekly video in front of the martial arts place as both of my kids take a class here. My youngest in karate and my oldest in Krav Maga. And which Krav Maga is like the Israeli forces. Basically, it's martial arts that they use. And my son, in the morning or the afternoon, he might be playing his games, and it's like, oh, we got to go to karate. He's like, oh, we've got to go in a while, don't we? But he wants to go. He wants to push himself, even though he says that he wants to play games or that it just takes up time. All kids say that. We all said that as kids. I mean, I wasn't involved in sports when I was a kid myself, but at any rate, hi, how's everyone doing today? I hope you're doing okay. It's been a few days since I made a video, and it's because I've just been basically sitting on my ass watching TV for 3 days. I woke up with a splitting headache few days ago, and kind of a stomach ache. And often when I have a headache, I know it's because I need to puke for some reason. And I thought maybe I just drank too much, but I know I hadn't, but I couldn't think of anything else. So anyway, to give you the graphic details, vomited once, but nothing really came up. But after that, started to think I was going to feel better and get back to normal. But gradually throughout that day, my headache continued. And by the next day, I could tell that I just didn't feel right. And I didn't have any cough or any real phlegm or anything to go by. No snot that I could really take a test with, even if I wanted to. But I do have a few of the COVID tests. So the other night I thought I might as well just take one for the hell of it. And it was instantly showed up as a very strong positive, regardless of how accurate the tests are or are not. It's like the third one I've taken and the first one that's actually been positive. I thought I had COVID before, but I may or may not have, and don't even know, and don't even really care anymore, and that's not the point here. The point is that I just hung out for a couple days and just felt tired, It's like, then I get back into my daily activities. And I bring that up relating to the karate thing I was mentioning about pushing yourself, that when you're sick, you can't push yourself. There's nothing more frustrating than when you want to get up and do something and move around, but not just move around, to actually be coherent and functional, to have your brain functioning while you're doing it. Because if you're really sick, your brain's cloudy, you can't do anything. Even if you can physically, you're just not able to put together a real coherent, functional itinerary for yourself. It's like you just want to chill. So I just chill. I own it. I'm not one of those guys that tries to push through or steam through being sick. When I'm well enough to move, I'm well enough to move, and that's fine. I've learned a couple different things, two opposite angles, two opposite sides of the same coin. Number one, don't be afraid to push yourself. Don't become too passive. Don't let yourself just be comfortable, because you'll always want to push yourself a little bit harder. It's just in our nature, at least with the men. I mean, I can't say the same for women. I know men and women have different mental, the way that we think, whether it's, genetic or cultural or otherwise. Men have an expectation that they're going to attain some sort of a continual growth, at least in our minds. So it's hard when we stagnate. So be a little bit hard on yourself and push yourself out of your comfort zone. Just like taking the kid to karate or Krav Maga. Even I know that they might not want to do it. My youngest, he's dying to go every time, but my older son's a little bit reluctant. He's 12. He kind of just wants to game and just do his thing, but I know it's good for him. So as a parent, it's my job to do things that I think are good for him too. And it's so along the same tokens as pushing yourself to do things you don't want to do. The opposite side of that coin, as I was going to say, is to don't be afraid to do things that you do want to do. Like chill. Don't feel guilty about relaxing. Like, don't feel guilty about spending time doing something that you want to do or something that you enjoy as well. On the same token that there are people out there who tend to be a little bit, a little bit selfish and maybe not as responsible with their time as they should be, like myself. I'm one of those people. There's also people who are way overly responsible in the sense that they're constantly working or trying to impress others, or maybe it's people who try too hard on the internet, or a million different angles that people could put their energy into something. Here's the thing. If you want to work your ass off all the time, that's fine. That's not what I'm saying that is a bad thing. It's more to do things because you feel that you're achieving something or accomplishing something. And sometimes that can be really difficult for us as people. We don't know what we want to accomplish. Man, that cold brew is good. But that's why we set goals. We set goals to accomplish. And hopefully we can accomplish some of them. There's individual, independent goals, and then there's also goals that are more group-oriented. Then there's goals that are family-oriented. Then there's goals that are like couples-oriented. Like my wife and I, for example, we set a goal. We want to move to Kentucky. It's really hard. I take it dead seriously, but I also see it as such a, it seems so far away. But to be able to pick up and move means to sell our house and to leave everything else behind and take a risk. But no risk, no reward, right? And nothing great was ever easily won. Just all there is to it. Everything worth having takes a little bit of effort to attain. And I don't know what the best method is to get there in any one particular case, but I just thought I would ramble for a minute now that my brain's coming back online after 3 days of being down. My internet was down, and I realized all I had to do was reboot my cable. At any rate, I'll talk to y'all next time. Keep yourselves busy, but not too busy, I guess. Be well.